Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, up to snuff, the winner of Nemesis 51. How do you feel? What?
Okay. Feeling good. The big kind of goal going into this tournament was wanting to start off Season 3 with a win. Nikali had some changes during the patch, and I wasn't sure how he was going to do in competitive play. I knew he was still good, but I didn't know, for example, how I would adapt as a player to, for example, the loss of anti-air jab, no more throw loops, things like that. Though Nikali still kind of has throw loops off back throw. Altogether, pretty happy with my performance. Even more pleased, however, with the actual just performance of the grid overall. Everybody came to play today. You did pretty well. Anvil took a round off of Island Boy, which was huge. And Anvil has just improved so much since he started coming here, so it was great to see him. Right. Aaron played great. Doug played great. Doug almost beat me in winners finals. I was, to use a wrestling pun, I was on the ropes.
That was a great game to say. You two were going, that back and forth was amazing.
Yeah.
I was almost kind of disappointed that you just dominated so much in the grand finals, because that initial winners finals was so.
It was a great set.
Because with Mika and with Nikali, they're very much heavily reliant on the mix-up game with like the heavy rush down, quick hits, and then get a grab here or there, or get a quick low hit here or there. And it's there's very similar yet different characters. That's very interesting to watch that matchup.
Yep.
A bit disappointed that the ending wasn't as great, but your performance was just so good. You just wiped the floor.
Thank you. I appreciate
very
it.
good. Very well done.
I think I benefited a lot from playing Doug in the winners finals. So I had 5 games to sort of digest what happened, try to correct my mistakes. And honestly, and this is sort of one of the more unspoken benefits of being in the winners bracket, Doug had to go through 3 times as many games as I did by the end of it all. And that, this game's a lot about your skill in the game, but it's also about your kind of just fortitude and your energy. And I'm not saying that he doesn't have good fortitude. It's just playing so many games and so many high stakes games in a row is exhausting. So it's an advantage for me to go in relatively fresh, you guys, and not have to deal with all that stress. So I come in, I have more mental resources going into the match, and I think that helped me stay one step ahead.
Right, because you had to deal with Island Boy.
Yep.
And
which is
always
a nightmare.
That's a tough game, especially for Mika. But he got through that. But you had the whole time to just mull it over and just think about the strategy he uses. He didn't have as much time, and that's just the thing about tournaments. This inherent flaw. But great games. Everyone included. Everyone did so good. Congratulations on first win of the year with Street Fighter AE Edition.
Yep. So picking up where I left off of Season 2, which is good.
I hope to improve too.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I think we had a good conversation today.
Yeah, we did. You really helped me out with a lot of
defense.
things I was techie about.
Yeah.
I'm a mid-silver player, but he helped me out with a lot of my own games. He absolutely wiped the floor with me. I mean,
he actually did pretty well. Don't let him sell himself short.
No. He wiped the floor with me. It was not pretty. I didn't get a single round. It wasn't fun.
But you got damaged. It's not like I perfected
well,
you.
No, he didn't perfect me, but it's still very difficult.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially Nikali. Nikali's very hard to play.
Beast.
Oh, yes, but it's not. He's by no means unfair like Balrog or anyone. He's very. He can be.
Yeah.
But is tricky. But in good hands, he's very difficult to fight against.
This is my opinion. I think Nikali's a really, really strong character to learn the game with, because I know a lot of people kind of complain that he's BS or whatever, but it's always just throw or strike mix up over and over again. He doesn't have tick throws, so it's not like you absolutely have pure 50-50s. Command grab. There's opportunities where if you guess right, you can get a lot of mileage off of him. And there's things that I think players still aren't doing against him defensively that can really help out in the match.
How do you think the matchup can be doing very well against Nikali? What is your opinion on the best way to stop a Nikali in his tracks? Because I notice a lot of times people would catch you in, especially in the first winners finals, all that you could not get a jump in once. You could not. All he was doing was that headbutt anti-air with Cheeseburger. But you started mixing it up with the dive kick, and that's what caught him.
Yep.
So how do you defend against such variance of pressure with Nikali?
Well, dive kick, if you block the dive kick, it's at least -3. So most characters have a 3-frame move that can at least start a combo punish. Nikali it's funny, his offense is just phenomenal, and that's just how it's going to be. That's the bread and butter of the character. But one thing I think people overlook is he actually has really, really bad corner defense. because his throw range is so bad, and his low hitting moves are not quick. For example, his low forward, which is generally your like get off me, space him out, hit like low hitting attack is 8 frames. It's actually slower than his sweep. I think he has the slowest low forward in the game that isn't a grappling character. So for non-grappling characters, it technically is a command grab, so but like I think only Abigail, Geef, that might be it, have slower low forwards. So Necrali's not good at defending in the corner, and he's really easy to shimmy because his throw range is so bad.
Interesting.
So he has some defensive flaws. He makes up for it with having an uppercut, things like that, and 1,000 health, which is nice. Actually, I think the character is really well designed. He's designed to be easy. And I'm lucky enough where I pretty much have all the things with the characters down. So I don't have to think about what I'm doing in terms of, oh, like I can't drop this combo, or like, oh, like what's this? I confirmed from, low forward distance, what's my optimal thing? That's already encoded, so I can just think about the match and think about my opponent and how to adapt.
That's where the skill of Street Fighter comes in. You learn the character, make the character basically just a part of your hands, part of an extension of your body, and then you can think about performance afterwards. That's just essential for every character.
Yep.
But it's very interesting insight to Necali. I never think Necali is unfair. I just think it's difficult to play against.
Yep.
They're just characters that are difficult.
He's pesky, he's frustrating.
Yeah, he's frustrating. I personally find Akuma worse. I dislike.
Akuma's just a better character.
I mean,
opinion.
of course, everyone will talk about Season 2 Balrog, but that doesn't exist anymore. I think in general, Street Fighter 5 has a stigma for having unbalance, but I think Season 3 is one of the most balanced I've seen.
Yeah,
for a
I mean,
while.
people say that a lot, but if you look at this game, if you look at the top 8s consistently in Street Fighter 5 for major tournaments, it's almost always unique characters. So there's always 8 different characters in top 8, which is insane. It was never like that in Street Fighter 4. It's really not like that in Third Strike or Tier. So we're lucky to have a balanced game. It's not everyone's favorite to play. I personally enjoy the game a lot. I know some people don't. But I think Capcom's doing a pretty good job with balance.
Yeah. And, especially with them dropping Cody and Sagat later, the only complaint I've had so far is Sakura, because she's very weak.
Yeah, I think that's one thing they're trying to do in what I've noticed is they're trying to make the DLC characters not as strong off the bat. I think they don't want people to get the impression that it's like a pay-to-win game where it's like, oh, you got to buy the DLC characters to have the best. But I think they've been really conservative. And then if you've noticed, Season 1, all the DLC characters were kind of bad, and then they buffed them all super, well, most of them, going into Season 2. And in Season 2, a lot of those DLC characters got buffed going into Season 2. But maybe if you're a Sagat player, you might be in the perfect spot because you get a patch comes out almost immediately after Sagat comes in. Maybe he'll get buffed. We'll see.
Who knows? I'm hoping that Sakura gets buffed. I'm hoping that everyone, essentially, I'm actually interested in Cody. I'm looking forward to Cody. I don't think anyone's looking forward to Blanca except for the executive producer. But you know what? It's looking to be shaping a good game, shaping up to be a good year.
Yep.
And great start. Congratulations on winning.
Thank you so much.
One. Have a good one.
You too. Take care, guys.
All right.